It's my pleasure to call this meeting to order and wish you all a happy National Volunteer Week. The theme of National Volunteer Week is Volunteers Make Waves. And on Sunday, Volunteer MBC had the honor of raising the volunteerism flag together and launching the celebration with some very creative, wavy art. Let's take a look.
You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh.
Awesome.
You can.
What a great time. Just a reminder or to announce that Marina Campos, Volunteer MBC's Director of Operations, is our official annual members meeting clerk today. We do need 10 people present to reach quorum and start the meeting. Marina, can you confirm that we have reached quorum?
Yes, we have. We have 16 voting members in the House.
Terrific. Thank you. Gerard Michaud is our board secretary and will be recording minutes today. All right, virtual moving. A reminder for voting members to make a motion or second a motion, please use the chat function on the right side of the screen and type I move or I second and include your full name and organization, or if you're calling in, please unmute yourself, identify yourself and speak, please. We will then ask you to vote in favor, oppose, or abstain. This year, we will be using the polling function in Microsoft Teams to facilitate our voting. If you're joining by phone or otherwise unable to respond in the poll, you may unmute yourself and speak or use the chat box to vote. We receive the results identifying how each person voted for our records, which will be added to the minutes. Voting members include Volunteer MBC members who are active members between January 1st, 2024 and December 31st, 2024, and who are currently members in good standing. Please note that there's only one vote per member organization. So if there's more than one person from your organization here, you can select one of you to vote. Voting members also include the current board of directors for Volunteer MBC, in-house active volunteers and honorary lifetime members. Voting members are eligible to vote on any motions and resolutions brought forward at today's annual members meeting. Just as an example, let's activate a test poll. Okay, so to practice our virtual voting here, here's some flag fun. So hopefully everyone can see that poll. Which of the following is a flag of Sweden? Option 1 or option 2? Please submit. Submit your vote, yeah. And someone's going to let me know when the polling results are in?
Yep.
Awesome.
It already came across the screen, so. Oh, and some people can't see the poll.
Okay. How are we doing on that? Just
The
seeing
poll was
this.
already launched.
Yeah, and I did see the results come across,
Yeah,
but
we have
some
25
individuals are saying
responses.
they can't see the poll.
Hmm.
Let me launch another test one.
Okay. And that's why we do these tests, right?
Yes, so there should be
Okay.
one up on the screen now.
Which of the following is the flag of Ecuador? Hopefully everyone can see that. Oh, this is tough. Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Shelly says in the chat there's a poll tab at the top of the window. You can click on it to see the polls.
Thanks, Shelley.
I see the poll results coming in.
Ashwini has her hand up.
Yeah, I cannot send any messages or I cannot see any polls. I'm connecting through my phone. I don't know. Even in the chat, I cannot send anything.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
So if you're connecting through your phone, when it comes time to vote, then you would just, we can hear you. So if you can just speak, then and we can call your vote that way.
Okay.
Poll tab. All right, so how's this test going? No poll tab.
If you are able to see the poll tab on the screen, can you please let us know? I'm
I
wondering
can.
if it maybe does work for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sean also says for the actual motions, if you're unable to vote in the Teams poll, you can still vote in the chat as well, or by.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it looks like it's working for some, but yeah, those are good solutions. Maham, yeah. Use the chat function or we can come in on voice. Okay. You think we're ready to move on? Everyone comfortable? Okay. All right, so we are going to review our agenda that we shared. Our agenda for our call today. And may I have a motion to approve the meeting agenda as it stands, please? And Marina, you'll let me know when we have a confirmed motion and seconder, please.
Susan, you passing the motion?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And Myrna has seconded the motion.
Okay, terrific.
Thanks,
And
Myrna.
this,
Thanks, Susan.
thank you. Yes, and this is the first item that we're going to vote on today. So we will launch the poll now. You can vote in favor of accepting our agenda, oppose or abstain. Please vote in the poll on screen. And again, if you're unable to, you can use a chat function or unmute yourself to speak. So you should see the that poll come up. In favor, opposed, abstained.
Favor. In favor, it's Carmela Busden.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can't see anybody submitting their poll through the poll chat.
So it says
I
there's
can see the
15
poll.
responses. 15
Okay.
responses for in favor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Terrific. Okay. So that is moved. Thank you. Next, we have approval of the 2024 annual members meeting minutes. Presentation of our 2024 annual report. We're going to hear some voices of our volunteers and members in our agenda. We'll have approval of the 2024 financials, meet our board of directors. We'll have some important updates, some flag fun, and our goal is to close at approximately 1:20. So that's it on the agenda side. Our annual member meeting minutes were sent via email for your review. I hope everyone's had a chance to review those. May I have a motion to approve the 2024 annual members meeting minutes, please?
Gerard has approved.
Thank you.
Seconder, please.
I think Shelley.
Shelley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Gerard, Shelley.
And now I'd like to call a vote on the annual member meeting minutes. You should see another poll come in. And again, if you're unable to use the poll function, you can vote in chat or unmute yourself, please. So all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Yeah. So 87% in the poll have approved. 13% has abstained, and I think that may be staff members.
Yeah.
And Anne approves. I don't have any ability to enter anything in the chat or vote,
Okay.
so.
Thank you.
Okay. Wonders of technology. Okay. I think we're moving on to our annual report now. 2024 was a year full of activity and growth for all of us. It was a time of enhancement, evolution, and continuous collaboration. Now I'd like to invite Corrine Strong, Executive Director of Volunteer MBC, to share some of the highlights of our 2024 annual report. Corrine?
Thank you so much, Jim. Our theme today of waving the flag is all about showing up, getting out there and being a champion for the community, with all of you. The Volunteer MBC team and its family of not-for-profit members have been very active in our vision of improving lives through volunteerism. We'll be sharing a link to the 2024 annual report in the chat and on our website as well. If you want to have a look at that, it's full of lots of information, lots of accomplishments from the past year. But please review it at your convenience. So here's a quick run through of our achievements. The Volunteer MBC team and its family of not-for-profit members have been active in our vision, which really supports improving lives through volunteerism. Our annual report, which we called Green Flags, goes through all the milestones we've achieved as part of the 2020-2024 strategic plan. We provided a financial snapshot about the 2024 revenue as well as our expenses. And in our executive letter from Jim and I, we discussed some of the wider challenges that Peel nonprofits are facing. These alarming stats that you see on the screen via the Ontario Not-for-Profit Network emphasize the importance of our work. And these are specific to Peel region. Though we encourage you to read the full report, I will share some of the highlights from across the 4 service areas that we have. I'll start with our primary service area, which is the referral service. We had a lot of digital engagement with over 65,000 visitors to our website in 24. We draw people to the website via Google and social media and other vehicles. Most visitors browse the positions on our database, but to boost their engagement and volunteer readiness, we did run 3 virtual volunteer expos. We call them VX. They happened in the fall, the spring, and the winter. And that resulted in 7,400 visits to the virtual booths, which were set up by our member organizations. And many of you are here today. But the online presence, as we know, that it's not enough. We know that inspiring volunteerism happens best when we can meet the community where they are. And our outreach really placed over 30 events, including celebrations, festivals, colleges, many high schools, community centers, and our volunteer ambassadors did a fantastic job of representing us there. We always emphasize that volunteerism has a real positive effect on health, on well-being, on skills and employability, and most importantly, that community belonging. The outreach efforts led to over 3,000 new volunteer profiles being created. Our member organizations introduced over 160 new volunteer positions, and we made over 19,000 volunteer referrals. So based on the current formula used to calculate the economic value of volunteerism in Peel, this represents $58 million worth of activity. In addition to all the outreach and the recruitment, we recognize that residents also face significant barriers to volunteering, whether it's their time, their understanding of their accessibility, or the inclusion. To reduce these barriers, we have our community engagement programs, many of which have a common theme of tackling social isolation, which is a growing crisis in our suburban community. Our seniors, youth, and intergenerational programs that brought both together were really impactful. That includes activities like focus groups, the Volunteer in partnership with the town of Caledon, and our conversation circles at the Savvy program. Through our Learning Center, which is another service element, we offered a variety of workshops and webinars, custom learning for different organizations and groups. Some were even hybrid, like our Verge Learning service series, which we collaborated with the city of Mississauga. We delivered learning for leaders of volunteers, leaders of organizations, nonprofit leaders, board directors, and for volunteers themselves to really better prepare themselves for their volunteer journey. We built up our facilitator pool to subject matter experts. Some of the topics we offered are shown here. And we also developed new resource sharing and connection approaches. And our fourth area of our recognition platform, we had special events for National Volunteer Week, featuring the first ever Volympics games. And on International Volunteer Day, we had a beautiful card making workshop where we designed cards to give to isolated seniors. We had the Voskers, of course, where our member organizations recognized 50 amazing nominees in the awards gala. It was wonderful to celebrate with everyone, deliver on our mission, and really strengthen our sustainability through sponsorships. In addition to the activities and the testimonials, the annual report features some of the insights that we were able to glean from our 2024 client survey. Clients, meaning the volunteers, that showed that they're highly satisfied, and it's also helped us to understand the demographics we are serving, the barriers that they face, suggested areas for improvement, and the profound impact that volunteering has had on them and their communities. For example, these are charts and they show the top responses for volunteer motivation, helping people in need, and that sense of purpose was one of the major impacts that were felt. This data was compiled by an external evaluation expert for us. There's a lot more notable data, so be sure to check that out in our annual report. The last piece of the report shares about our new 3-year strategic plan. Building on our existing mission and vision, we engaged with the Rael Strategy Group thanks to a Region of Peel Capacity grant. Rael conducted deep engagement through document review, survey analysis, key informant interviews, and with our stakeholders, and an environmental scan to create a new strategic roadmap. And this year, we are already taking steps up that pyramid. Following on our existing mission and vision, we have a new foundation to strengthen, to sustain, so that we can build powerful connections upon it. Now, to understand a little bit more about the impact of volunteering, let's go to a few people who have already captured that flag. I'd like to invite one of our volunteer engagement advisors, Jan, to share some of his thoughts.
Hi everyone, so my name is Jan. I'm a volunteer engagement advisor. I also was part of the Peel Source program, specifically for older adults volunteers to help them remove barriers and finding volunteer opportunities. So I was looking for volunteering opportunities myself part before this, and then through YMCA I found Volunteer MBC, and now I want to help those looking for volunteer opportunities similar to where I was previously by guiding them to use the Volunteer MBC services. So among the personal benefits from volunteering that I learned, so through this position I gained useful administrator skills, customer service, and client coordination experience. It also helped me improve my communication skills, multitasking, time management, and organizational skills. And it also afforded me the opportunity to learn to be a better team player. And it taught me how to overcome barriers, problem solving, and provide support to my clients. And through it all, it allowed me to have a wider connection with the Peel community through clients of different backgrounds. So the referral client volunteer insights that I gleaned from my experience. So I enjoyed being the middleman essentially between my clients and the organization members, and I'm passionate to be more connected and able to help my clients in the Peel community. So I really enjoy my role as being a volunteer engagement advisor.
Thank you so much, Jan. And I had the pleasure of meeting you in person on Sunday, so that was just wonderful. Next, I'd like to invite Board Director Musa Bello to share about his volunteer experience.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, members of VMBC. My name is Musa Bello. I'm a director of VMBC. I came to Canada in late 2022. As at July 2022, I didn't even have an idea if I would be in Canada or I didn't even have a visa to come to Canada. But late 2022, I arrived in Canada, and almost immediately I had the option to go start looking for work or to volunteer. So I choose to volunteer, and I try to look out for volunteering opportunities. And that's how I came across VMBC. Initially, I applied to be a member of the Social Inclusion Committee. I was interviewed and appointed into that committee. Shortly afterwards, I was invited to join the board, and I became a director of VMBC. And to me, that seemed to open a lot of doors for me indirectly in the community and in Canada as a whole. Almost quickly, I became a director of North Peel Dufferin Community Legal Clinic, and I'm also now a member of the Black Advisory Committee of the Dumfries Peel Catholic School Board. I became a lawyer in Canada early this year, and I've just set up my practice in Brampton, Ontario, where I stay and work, and where I've lived since ever I've arrived in Canada. So I just want to appreciate VMBC, and also to say that the opportunities that are bound when you choose to volunteer your time, your skill, either directly or indirectly, are quite immense. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thanks so much, Musa. And Musa is very shy about all the efforts that he has made himself to make sure that he connects individuals to volunteering, and not just external people talking them into volunteering, but also his own family members, his children. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And you're such a great ambassador for us. And we wish you so much success in your law business that you have established here.
Thank you.
So those were some volunteer voices, but our work is impossible without our members and partners. And to shed some light on this, I'd like to invite Snezana and Monique from Costi to provide some insights.
Thank you very much. My name is Snezana, and I'm a Senior Director of Client Services at Costi. So I'm having a huge honor to be part of this event, and thank you very much for providing me with this opportunity to be part of this amazing annual general meeting. So I've been always impressed by the work that Volunteer MBC does. Your organization truly distinguishes itself in so many ways. You and we, as part of the other agencies, within the region of Peel, appreciate the impact that you have on our community of clients, students, and any people whom we serve through our programs and services. So Volunteer MBC's mission, and I just quoted that from the website, to fuel purposeful connections between people to respond to the most pressing social issues in our community, is not just a statement to me. It's more like a commitment that you live out every day. So you and your staff go beyond simply filling volunteer positions. You create meaningful engagement that addresses real needs and transforms people's lives. So when I say people and people's lives, I think about all vulnerable clients, such as youth, seniors, newcomers. We are very grateful for your commitment to equity, inclusion, and accessibility. We've heard from our clients in numerous times, and we've seen some great examples in the past. By removing barriers and reaching out to the underserved populations, you foster a community where everyone is welcome and everyone is valued. On behalf of Costi and everyone whose lives have been touched by your work, thank you again. You are not just a volunteer serving agency, you are such a powerful catalyst for the positive change. And this community is stronger only because of you and the work that you do with your partners and clients. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We really value Costi's partnership, and it's very, very special. And it helps that you're in our building as well. That makes it really, really special.
Good
Okay,
morning,
now
everyone.
I'd like to.
Wait, did Monique want to weigh in?
Oh, Monique, did you
Yes.
want to? I'm sorry, I can't
Yes,
see you on the
please.
screen.
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. My name is Monique, and I'm the team lead for Costy's ESL program. So I echo everything Susanna said, but I can speak specifically on the impact that Volunteer MBC has had on the ESL program. So on behalf of the Costy ESL team, I want to express my sincere gratitude to Volunteer MBC for the powerful and lasting impact you've had on our students. Um, Volunteer MBC and our ESL program connects by means of information sessions, and they have not only highlighted the many benefits of volunteering, that's good, but they have also inspired action and reflection among our students. And after attending these presentations, both students and staff, I count myself in, we walk away with a renewed appreciation, not only for the act of volunteering and those who give their time, but also with a sense of empowerment to get involved, right? So whether, our students, and we recognize this personally that, whether we have limited time due to our busy schedules or we're looking for other meaningful ways to spend our free time, the sessions that have been held by Volunteer MBC have helped all of us to realize that we do have a place in volunteering. And especially for our students, I can speak for them when I say through these sessions, they recognize that they can contribute, they can grow and find purpose through service. So, with that said, I just want to say we look forward to our continued partnership with Volunteer MBC because as said by Susanna, you're truly a treasure in our community. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Monique. Really, really appreciate that. And now I'd like to invite some comments from Karidi from Vida Center, a charity which cares for vulnerable families. Hi there.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Korede, and I work with Vida Center as a volunteer and community engagement coordinator. I want to say thank you to Volunteer MBC for this opportunity to be able to share a few insights about my work as a volunteer coordinator. And also to say congratulations to everyone who's here. I know one way or the other, we're all volunteers. I want to say that you're seen, you're celebrated, especially during this National Volunteers Week. And kudos to everyone for all the good work that we're doing to make our community a great place. Before I started working in the nonprofit sector, I was working for many years as a human resources coordinator. And you'd agree with me that this sector is more structured, it's guided largely by policy, by compensation, and performance. When I stepped into the nonprofit sector as the volunteer engagement coordinator, I found it almost as if I was finally finding myself at home, because I feel like my heart has always been in the nonprofit sector. And, that doesn't mean it was any less challenging, though, because volunteers are not paid, they are not here for the pay, and that means that we have to bear the responsibility of creating meaningful work for them, and something to make sure that they are connecting to the purpose for which they are really volunteering. That was a big challenge for me, and for me it meant I have to be more relational with the volunteers. It meant that I had to build connection with them one-on-one to find out what exactly the purpose was for volunteering and try to create that, because in doing that, I believe is how volunteer engagement is really created, and that also drives retention, which has been a big issue in the volunteering sector. Apart from the effect on volunteering engagement and retention within Vita Center. I also believe that volunteer engagement has some sort of ripple effect on the community as well, because then when you have volunteers who are really engaged, they are better rooted in their communities, they are connected to their communities, and in the long run, they are advocates for the causes for which they are volunteering. They become leaders, they're able to donate, and maybe start some nonprofit organizations themselves. It just altogether builds a more solid community and a better and happier community for every one of us. And I really would like to say that my work as a volunteer coordinator has been made easy. I'm thankful that Vita has been a member of Volunteer MBC way before I came on board. It made my transition way easier. Apart from helping to find the volunteers and just connecting them to us, we also I personally have enjoyed the benefits of gaining using resources from Volunteer MBC and just taking advantage of the learning opportunities that Volunteer MBC has to offer, to help me build that capacity that I need for my role. And, very dear to my heart also is the V Oscars, which is the big one for me. I know I always say to my volunteers that you can never say thank you enough. We say thank you every time, but it just never seems to be enough. But just having that event that is big, that celebrates them with that pomp, and it's a big one. I want to say thank you to Volunteer MBC for doing that for us. You're doing an amazing job in helping to not only attract volunteers, but to keep them engaged, to help us retain them, and to just serve our community. And I want to wish you many more years of impact. It's been 15 years. This is your 15th annual members meeting. And I want to wish you many more years of impact. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those very, very kind words. That means a lot. For those of you who haven't read our report, I encourage you to do so. We look forward to building on this work with all of you. And now I'm going to hand it back over to Jim.
Thank you, Karine. Wow, such inspiration, those testimonials. It's really motivating. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone who took the time to share and to speak today. Amazing. Okay, the annual report. Hopefully, yes, everyone's had a chance to see it. May I have a motion to approve the 2024 annual report, please? Do we have a motion?
Gerard.
Thank you.
Has made the motion.
Seconder, Shelley. Terrific. Okay. I'd like to now call a vote, please. We could launch that poll. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstains? Here we go.
Motion to approve, Carmela.
Looks like.
Thank you, Carmela. We also have 14 responses for in favor.
Wonderful.
Terrific. So that is moved. Terrific. Thank you. Okay. Do we have some more flag fun? Is that what I'm seeing here? More flag fun?
Yes, and poll is launched.
Poll is launched. Okay. Which of the following is the flag of Austria? Oh boy. These are a little tougher than I thought they. Oh, okay. Maybe that one's not so tough. Looks like we still have some poll results trickling in the chat. Okay. Flag fun. All right. I think we're going to now move on to our auditor's report. Yes. And with that, I'd like to introduce Fennel Sangvi, our amazing board treasurer and chair of the finance committee. We're very grateful for his expertise, guidance, and collaboration. He will present the auditor's report and 2024 financial statements for Volunteer MBC, share highlights of our financial story. The financial statement has also been shared ahead of our meeting today via email and web. Fennel, over to you, please.
Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present the 2024 financial statements as audited by Clarkson Robel LLP. We note that our audit opinion is a clean standard opinion with a standard industry qualification related to cash donations. Every auditor, none of the auditors are able to verify completely the cash donations in any charity. So this qualification is evident in every charity across the country. So apart from that, we have a very clean opinion similar to last year. Can I move to the next slide? Yeah, so this is like the text of the qualification which the auditors have put in. It's a pretty cookie cutter language as recommended by CPA Canada. Yeah. So just highlighting the financial statements, the net assets, if I look at it, is a bit gone down compared to previous year, primarily because of the way the funding is received by the Volunteer MBC. In the past, VMBC used to receive a bulk one-shot funds, whereas now it is based on a piecemeal funding as per the terms of the funding agreement, and that has resulted in less cash reserves in the balance sheet. And also, if we see across the last 2 years with the declining in volunteerism challenges businesses face, and even the recent tariffs impacting our business, our business volunteers, and also the contributors, has impacted the amount of donations that we could gather, and that is reflected in the financial statement position. However, we are still positive. We are still having a strong net asset position, and the assets and liabilities grows up or down based on year-to-year receipt of funding. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So, I mean, in spite of the challenges, the management team successfully received several funds, grant applications from various government, municipal, and foundations, and has been able to support our strategic objectives and ongoing projects. Just a high-level summary. We received 223,000 compared to 257,000 previously from the government, federal, various level of governments, whether provincial, federal, and region, making up bulk of our 31% of our revenues. 11% comes from the Peel region cities, Mississauga, Brampton, Town of Caledon. 218,000 comes from various foundations, notably Ontario Trillium and United Way, which has year after year contributed to VMBC's objectives. And other 164 comes from your core programs, memberships, learning center, and other events and campaigns which the management team runs. While overall the revenue has increased, but we also see corresponding cost increases. So the program expenses, while they correlate directly with the funding we receive, the inflationary increase in expenses is getting reflected in the other expenses, causing to a small deficit of 23,000 during the year. I think notably, to take a step back, as the demand for programming across the not-for-profit sector grows, including a Peel region, The management team continues to refresh the programs and services to address the most pressing social issues, and that also comes at a cost. The management team is striving to create a better user experience to help the members in their quest. Amidst the lower volunteering rates, which Karine had reflected a few slides back, and the decline in fundraising momentum and the challenges, how we continue to engage with our members and support to create meaningful experiences and invest in long-term connections, and how we continue to diversify and expand our funding sources to grow and sustain our organization to better serve our community. So we do have a strategic plan, not digressing from this next slide, which reflects these values which we are trying to achieve. And last but not the least, as VMBC, we cannot do without it members. Members are the core in our entire scheme of things and activity. VMBC, 15 years of VMBC couldn't have been without the generosity and contributions of our members. So thank you for being part of a narrative and playing an active role in this organization. And I congratulate Karine and the team and all the members to celebrate volunteerism in the Peel region. That's the next slide. If you just, yeah. So if any, yeah, that's it from my side in terms of presentation. Do we have, is it like a next motion, or do you have someone can ask questions or something?
Yeah, you can make the motion.
Okay.
No?
So may I have a motion to accept the 2024 financial statements as presented? I'd like to call a vote. I'm assuming it's a poll.
So
you have a
Shelley?
motion, yeah, from Shelley, and a seconder, please.
No, the motion is from Myrna. The seconder is Shelley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think we have a poll to accept the 2024 financial statement as presented. All in favor,
Yes.
oppose, or abstain?
Poll has been launched.
In favor, Carmela.
Thank you, Carmela. Carmela is in favor. And we have 15 responses in favor as well.
Okay. So the motion passes. The motion is carried. Then my second is, I think we're still having in, right? So I'll just wait for a minute before going to the second motion. Yes, I think I can. Okay, may I have a motion to engage Clarkson Rubel LLC as the Volunteer MBC's auditors to hold office until the next general meeting, provided the directors may fill any casual vacancy in the office of the auditor, and the remuneration shall be fixed by the board. May I have a proposal?
Tanya, yeah, Tanya from Vita Center has made the motion. Seconder, please. Carmela Busden.
Thank you. And I like to call a vote.
Twelve responses, 4 in favor.
So I guess the motion is carried.
Carried.
And I guess over to you, Jim.
Actually, I'll take it from here.
Oh, sorry, Karine.
That's okay. That's okay. Thanks so much, Fennel. That was very thorough and very informative. You know, we're going to miss you. Fennel, as you're completing your term as a board director and our treasurer, I would really like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude for your dedicated service over the past 2 years as a valued member of our Volunteer MBC board, ensuring, you've been serving as our trusted treasurer and the chair of the finance committee. And Fennel has brought with him a wealth of expertise in financial management and auditing, and particularly with the nonprofit sector, which we were so fortunate. And that has proven to be an incredible asset to our organization. His thoughtful leadership, strategic insight, and his unwavering commitment to financial accountability have played a very critical role in strengthening our financial foundation and enhancing our ability to deliver on our mission. Fennel's meticulous attention to detail, his sound judgment, and steady hand have helped guide us through important financial decisions with clarity and with confidence. And his contributions have left a lasting impact, and his legacy of integrity and financial stewardship will continue to benefit Volunteer MBC well into the future. And we're hoping that you're still going to help us on the finance committee. But on behalf of the board, I really, and our staff and the volunteers we serve, I want to sincerely thank you for your contributions and your leadership and your commitment to excellence. We're truly grateful for the time, your energy, and the expertise that you shared with us. We wish you all the very best with your career and all your future endeavors. Thank you so much, Fennel. You will be missed.
Thank you, Karine, and it's been a pleasure to work with the board and the staff. And of course, while I formally relinquish the board position, I still will be a volunteer with the finance committee to assist them as and when needed.
That's wonderful. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you.
I'd now like to take a moment to thank some of our other outgoing board members. I'd like to start with Gerard Michaud. I'd like to take a moment to extend our deepest gratitude. Gerard, he has been providing exceptional service during his 2-year term on our board of directors. Gerard has brought unwavering commitment, quiet strength, and deep expertise to this role, serving as chair of the Governance, Nominating, and HR Committee. And as our board secretary, Volunteer MBC has been incredibly fortunate to benefit from Gerard's legal knowledge and governance acumen, most notably through his leadership in the critical task of rewriting our bylaws to ensure that we were compliant with the new ONCA regulations. He also guided the thoughtful review of our articles of incorporation to ensure alignment with our bylaws and long-term strategic vision. Gerard has played a pivotal role in shaping the governance framework that underpins our organization today. His legacy includes not only his substantial contributions to the policy and structure, but also the simple, steady influence of his monthly reminders at board meetings about Robert's rules and the value of thoughtful, efficient, and legal processes. His sharp eye for detail in minute taking and his deep respect for governance protocols have set a very high bar that we will continue to strive toward long after Gerard leaves us. Throughout his term, Gerard's wisdom, his patience, and his tireless dedication, contributing many, many hours of his valuable time, have helped guide us through post-pandemic transitions and into a stronger, much more resilient future. He's gone above and beyond to ensure we have a solid foundation on which to grow, and his impact will be felt across Volunteer MBC for many years to come. On behalf of the board, our staff, and our volunteers we serve, I thank you, Gerard, for your outstanding contributions. And on a personal note, I want to say that I will truly miss working with you. Your guidance and the example you've set will continue to influence me in all my future board work. Thank you, Gerard. And next, I would like to speak about Vishal Srivastava, who was also a long-term member on our board. I'd like to take this moment to really extend our sincerest appreciation to Vishal for his remarkable service and dedication over the past 6 years as our board director of Volunteer MBC. Vishal's journey with us began as a volunteer IT specialist, and it was really clear from the start that he brought not only technical expertise, but also a deep commitment to our mission.
Hello.
His transition into a board leadership role.
In a meeting.
Susan, can you turn yourself on mute?
Sorry.
But also a deep commitment to our mission. His transition into a board leadership role was a natural evolution. And through his leadership of the IT task force, he helped build that solid IT infrastructure roadmap that was proven and has proven essential for our growth and the sustainability of our technology platform. Beyond his technical contributions, Vishal's strengths in sales and relationship building have brought tremendous value, particularly in the last year, through your work on the Fund Development Committee. He has consistently been a positive ambassador for the work we do, bringing people together, building partnerships, and helping to increase awareness of the impact of volunteerism in our communities. Vishal's unwavering support for our fundraising efforts, especially helping us with the Voskers Volunteer Recognition event, has played a meaningful role in helping us achieve our fundraising goals and expand our reach. His energy and dedication has left a lasting mark on our organization. And on behalf of the entire board, the staff, and our many volunteers we serve, I extend a big thank you to you, Vishal, for your outstanding contributions, your leadership, and your steadfast commitment to Volunteer MBC's mission, changing lives through volunteerism. You have left us with lasting impact, and while we will miss you, we are thrilled that you will continue to support us as a member of the Fund Development Committee, and we wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much. And next, I'd like to talk about Inderjit Baga. She hasn't been with us that long, but I'd also really like to extend our sincere thanks to Inderjit for her valued contributions over the past year as a member of the Volunteer MBC board and also the Finance Committee. Inderjit generously brought her banking expertise to our organization, and her insights and thoughtful advice have been instrumental in supporting our financial stability and long-term sustainability. Her extensive experience in banking and investments within the nonprofit sector provided invaluable guidance, helping us to make informed financial decisions and manage our resources with confidence and with care. We deeply appreciate Inderjit's service and leadership. Her contributions, though over a short term, have had a meaningful impact on our financial stewardship and helped us position us for continued success. On behalf of all of us, thank you so much, Inderjit, for your time, dedication, and the professionalism that you brought to the role. We wish you all the very best in your career journey and in the joyful planning of upcoming family celebrations. Thank you so much. And finally, I'd like to speak about Shagun Malhotra and thank her as well. Heartfelt congratulations on your new position. And I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Shagun for her dedicated service and remarkable contributions over the past year as a valuable member of our board, but also our Fund Development Committee. She has brought with her a wealth of experience in banking, relationship management, and nonprofit client engagement, and we were truly fortunate to benefit from her expertise. Her thoughtful, strategic approach to sponsorships, particularly for our annual Voskers, Volunteer Awards Gala, and our other key events. We were so grateful. You were inspiring and impactful, and thanks to all your efforts and your willingness to really leverage your personal network, we were able to welcome new sponsors and secured valuable in-kind support as well. And that really helped us to further our mission. Her ability to connect with others and advocate for the work we do made a real difference. And beyond her professional contributions, Shagun's positive spirit, her can-do attitude, and genuine camaraderie made her a joy to work with. Her presence on the board will be deeply missed. Shagun, we wish you all the very best in your new role at RBC, and there's no doubt that they are lucky to have you on their management team. You have made a real impact on our vision of changing lives through volunteerism. On behalf of all of us, thank you for generously sharing your time, your passion, and your steadfast commitment to the spirit of volunteerism. Thank you, Shagun. We're very sad to see all of you go, but incredibly grateful for all the expertise that you shared with us. We would not be where we are today without your expertise and support. I'm going to hand it over to Jim now.
Thank you, Corinne. I saw in the chat, Sean, I think you sent that through. Were there some comments wanting to be made? Or no? Maybe not. Okay. I'll take that as a not. Thank you, Corinne. And of course, I wanted to echo your comments and sentiment and thank all of our outgoing directors. It was a true pleasure and honor serving with each of you. And as it will continue to be, serving alongside our continuing board members, Myrna, Anne, Susan, Arvind, and Musa. Okay. Oh, these are always tough, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, here we go. But as we turn a page and enter another chapter, we're very excited to add some new directors to wave our flag. The candidates for the position of Director of Volunteer MBC are as follows: Leslie Bissinger, Reba Thomas, Ashwini Matthew. New board candidates that we will serve alongside in helping to lead Volunteer MBC. Since there are 3 candidates and 5 openings, there is no need for an election at this time. I move that the candidates be acclaimed as directors of Volunteer MBC. And I get a motion, please.
Susan.
Thank you. And I'll need a seconder.
Gerard.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan and Gerard. I'd like to call a vote, please. I think we're launching a poll here. All in favor, opposed, abstentions. See some chat results coming through.
The poll has 10 responses for in favor, 12 no.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you.
Tim, I think Vishal did want to say something now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Vishal.
Sorry about that. I just got a bit distracted.
No worries.
So first of all, a big thank you. It has been a great journey. The other day when I came for the hoisting ceremony, I just did realize that it's been 7 years associated with all of you, Karine, and the team. And I felt that it was an achievement for me because I was new to the country. And then your company and the vision that was laid out in terms of volunteerism actually helped me a lot, both on the personal side as well as on the professional side. So I'm getting a bit emotional, but a big thank you to all of you. And we'll be in touch. And Fund Development Committee is my next, you know, I would say team to be in and take it forward. Yeah.
Thank you,
very much.
Vishal.
Thank you, Vishal. Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh. Yeah. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Okay. So that just as a matter of record, that motion, that vote was moved, did pass. Just to tidy that up. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So important updates. I'm going to lead off here, and then I think I'm turning it over to Sean. We're going to start with some news about executive director transition. I wanted to share with everyone that after 17 years of exceptional service, Corrine Strong, our founding executive director, will be retiring as of July 2025. So that's always bittersweet to hear about someone's retirement, especially after 17 years of legacy service. Hired by Volunteer MBC's inaugural board, Corrine brought with her a successful career in the corporate sector and helped launch the organization on September 8th, 2008. Since then, and as you know, she has been a tireless advocate for volunteerism, community engagement, guiding Volunteer MBC with compassion, professionalism, and a deep, deep commitment to community values. Over the years, Corrine led the development of signature events such as the Boskers, which we heard about today and have continued to hear about, which will return on June 12th for its 10th anniversary. She built a dynamic team where she mentored and uplifted many, many staff and volunteers. She expanded our reach across Peel Region, championed key partnerships that continue to benefit both volunteers and community organizations across Peel. Under her leadership, Volunteer MBC became a go-to resource for civic engagement, meaningful volunteerism, a conduit for good, community health, and nonprofit capacity building. Corrine's warmth, integrity, and collaborative spirit have shaped not only the culture of Volunteer MBC, but also the lives of countless individuals across Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon. Her impact and inspiration will be felt for many, many years to come. Please join me in thanking and congratulating Corrine on her retirement and an incredible career as our executive director.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh boy. Yeah. With Corrine sharing her plans to retire with the board, we established a selection process. And after thoughtful consideration, we're very pleased to announce that Sean Abbasi, who joined Volunteer MBC in May 2017 and is currently serving as Director of Community Development, has been appointed as our next Executive Director, effective July 2nd, 2025. Sean brings extensive experience, deep community knowledge, and a strong commitment to advancing Volunteer MBC's mission and vision through improving lives through volunteerism. We are very confident that the organization will continue to thrive under his leadership. He's got some big shoes to fill, that's for sure, but we have every confidence in the world in Sean. I'd now like to invite Corrine to say a few words, please.
Thank you, Jim. Today I find myself filled with deep gratitude and emotion. After spending the first 30 years of my career in various leadership roles in the corporate world, I could never have imagined that the most rewarding experience of my life would come through founding a charitable organization, Volunteer MBC, Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon in 2008. And what a journey it has been. I still vividly remember those early days, just Marina and I, rolling up our sleeves, determined to build something meaningful from the ground up, securing funding, building memberships, reaching out to our community. It all felt monumental at times, but we did it. And we did it because we believed. And thank you for believing in Volunteer MBC with me. Do you know, in those early days, my dad gave me the best leadership advice I've ever received. He said, surround yourself with a passionate team, smarter than you are, and who you bring, make sure that they have the expertise that you lack, and then give them the tools and the support that they need to fly and watch success unfold. And that's exactly how I've always felt about my work family here at Volunteer MBC. I'm so deeply grateful to all of you, your support, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to our mission and vision continue to inspire me every single day. You've stood by me through the highs, the lows, and especially over the last few months as I've once again faced that dreaded cancer challenge. Thank you. To Jim, our board president, thank you for being my trusted advisor, the champion and the steady hand, always so positive. To our dedicated board members, our funders, our supporters, and our member organizations, thank you. We're here because of you. And to all the volunteers across the region, you are the heart of this organization. I'm incredibly proud of the difference that we've made together in the community, of our service excellence, our innovative programs, and the culture of care that we've nurtured throughout our organizations. Sometimes it's hard to measure if we're truly moving the needle when it comes to improving lives through volunteerism. But then I reflect on our youth alumni volunteers, those who came to us looking for a way to give back. And in doing so, they discovered their purpose, their leadership, and their compassion. And today they have thriving careers, but more importantly, they're kind, caring adults, always ready to support their community and one another. And that, to me, is the legacy of our work. As July 3rd approaches, I admit I'm struggling to imagine what it will look like not to start my day in my office or at the Brampton office. I will miss the morning greetings, the brainstorming, the energy of our team, and every single interaction that has brought joy and purpose to my day. But I also know this isn't goodbye. I won't be sitting idle. I look forward to contributing in a volunteer capacity to support Volunteer MBC, however and whenever needed. I'll continue my board and committee leadership roles in the community and provincially with the Ontario Volunteer Centre Network. But I also look forward to volunteering in ways where I can really see and feel the impact firsthand. You know, volunteerism has changed my life, and I will always be its biggest ambassador. And as I prepare to pass the Volunteer MBC flag on July 2nd, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our incoming Executive Director, Shauna Bassi. It has been a privilege, a true privilege, to work alongside Sean in preparing him for this transition. I leave with full confidence that Volunteer MBC is going to be in exceptionally capable hands. And while these are very challenging times, I know that exciting collaborations are lying ahead, well aligned with our new strategic plan. And I'm excited for that. Congratulations, Sean. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. To all our volunteers, continue to make your time count. You may not always see that full ripple of your efforts, but trust that each act of kindness, each hour of service creates a lasting change, and your impact goes far beyond that moment. It creates waves of care and hope across our communities. Keep caring, keep being kind, keep lifting each other up. Sometimes the smallest ripples create the biggest waves. Thank you all for allowing me the honor of leading this incredible organization. I will forever carry this chapter deep into my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Corinne.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, on with our important updates. In addition to congratulating Sean again on his upcoming role, I'd like him to call on him to share a little bit about what's to come in our future. So Sean is our next executive director, as the next executive director of Volunteer MBC. I'll hand it over to you, please.
Thank you, Jim. It's really a great honor to be able to continue to build on this work and careen on your legacy. They are big shoes to fill, but you've been my mentor since I came to Volunteer MBC. You've been my advocate since I came to Volunteer MBC, so I'm very grateful. And I know that I'll have many more opportunities to elaborate and talk about the work and all that. So I'm going to keep my comment brief here, but just know that I'm eternally grateful. Now I'm going to share a couple of things that we're really excited about at Volunteer MBC that are coming up. So first of all, we've got our upcoming virtual volunteer expo. So you heard about it, how we succeeded with it in the past year, and we are excited to bring it on May 24th. So members are already signing up as exhibitors, and we encourage you to do so if you have not done it yet. And of course, for all the volunteers to participate as attendees. So it'll be a great way to bolster the recruitment and get the community energized and mobilized on May 24th. We're also excited to offer some really great learning opportunities, including on May 27th, we've got a session on volunteer law from the Ontario Nonprofit Network facilitated by Benjamin Miller. Please do sign up for that. Of course, members get discounts on all the learning that we offer. Of course, it's also very inexpensive to begin with, but we were able to bring in such experts thanks to your efforts, and collectively we can all benefit from this learning. And then the next session will be on leveraging funder relationships in June, and that'll be facilitated by Rohit Mehta, who's on the call here from Do Good Funding. Thank you. We're really excited to have you and bring that knowledge into the sphere for all of our member organizations to benefit from. It's a really important topic as well, and that's on Thursday, June 19th, and you'll see more communication about that shortly. And of course, all the events on our website you can sign up for. Thanks, Mom, for dropping the link. And but there's one more thing, of course, before the end of spring. We have the 10th V Oscars happening on June 12th. Nominations and ticket sales are going to be announced and opened later tonight, so don't miss it. It's going to be an extra fun, and we made some format changes for the special anniversary edition. I want to thank all of our member organizations for your involvement in this prestigious event over the years, and encourage you to leverage this opportunity to once again spotlight your volunteers. So go check it out on the events calendar, and be sure to watch for that announcement email that come out today, and secure your tickets. Start figuring out which volunteers you want to nominate, and please boost it all on social media and make sure you follow us there as well. And with that, I'm going to give it back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Sean. That's great. Okay. Oh, more flag fun. Seriously. Okay. Here we go. Where are we going with this flag fun? Are we having another challenge? Here we go.
Yes, poll is launched.
Poll is launched. Which of the following is the flag of Singapore? Oh. Well, these aren't getting any easier. Okay. Which is the right answer? Oh, option 2. Is that correct? Uh-huh.
Option 3 is the correct answer.
Option 3.
Mhm.
Oh, option 3. Okay. Terrific. Okay. So, yeah, wow. So many exciting events coming up. And none of these would be possible without thanking our generous supporters. Thank you to our funders, including Region Appeal, United Way Greater Toronto, and each of our municipalities for your support and partnership. Thanks, of course, to our donors and our sponsors. I want to give a big thanks on behalf of our entire board to this wonderful staff team, including the support teams of our co-op students and volunteers. We couldn't do any of this without you, that's for sure. Thank you again so much. All the volunteers we engage internally across multiple teams and roles who gave so much to support us in 2024. 4,700 hours, 86 internal volunteers. Incredible. Thank you all again. And of course, thanks again to our members. This meeting is for you, and we're waving this volunteerism flag. This is your flag, and we thank you all so much for being a part of this. Waving goodbye. We'll never wave a flag in surrender, but it's time to wave the checkered flag and close this meeting. A reminder to our incoming board members and board members continuing their term to stay on this call to proceed with the election of executive officers and board committees. May I have a motion to adjourn our meeting today, please?
Gerard.
Thank you. And a seconder, please.
I can see 3.
Myrna.
Myrna.
Thank you, Myrna. We'll wrap up with one final vote to adjourn the meeting. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions?
In favor, Carmela.
Thank you, Carmela. And we have 11 responses for in favor.
As expected. Well, thank you all, everyone. Let's wave goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us today. On behalf of the entire team, again, thank you for all you do. Stay well. Bye-bye, everyone.
I